things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we could walk away with a win.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly. That was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now Prescott. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Kayvon Thibodeau, he beat the O-line and recorded the sack.
Big-time move there by Kayvon Thibodeau. A talented pass rusher out of Oregon. Had a little bit of a breakout season last year. The next step for him, to stack dominant seasons together. And plays like that will certainly help accomplish just that. It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd down and a yard. Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete. It's Neighbors. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. And the Cowboys are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 2nd down.
Sup call plays.
What's up, Raymond?
Hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's a 2nd and 5. To throw is Prescott.
Drop a like, thumbs up, and subscribe for fire content of call plays.
You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Going right back to Ferguson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Prescott now.
How is your day going so far, Cole Plays?
Now the
Very
Cowboys
good.
going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Prescott. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Prescott from the gun. He finds his man complete. It's Ferguson. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they can be set up with a 1st and goal.
And his kick is good. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half? I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll look to throw.
That one taken in by Neighbors.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of the defense.
Possibly a good spot here to take a shot as they come out with 3 receivers to the left on 2nd and less than a yard. Back to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Micah Parsons, his 2nd sack of the night. And that's his 2nd sack in this one. And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Open man is the rookie, Theo Johnson. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep...
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Micah Parsons able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Hyatt there to grab it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. So the completion good for 6 yards. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Here's Jamie Gillen now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points. You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that game.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Flush to his right. Got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. So 8 yards on the completion there. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Prescott to throw it.
Okay.
Can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead them to 4th down. On to punt now, Anger, as he boots this one away. This is taken at the 18. A nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
That ball caught by Slayton. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And when you're in a one-score game in the second half, now's not the time to force the football in the places where you shouldn't. And that's a smart decision to just get that one out of there.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. There's a short one caught by Johnson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Hyatt goes in motion left. 3rd down, here's Tracy. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That play call wasn't there for them against that coverage. So they're going to spin the dial now in their playbook and come up with one more shot at the marker to try and keep this series going.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Gano now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. Gano out to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. On play action, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield from Lamb.
Oh my God.
Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On first down, it's Blue. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get it nowhere to turn here.
He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing.
The heck? What are you laughing about?
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Prescott. That's going to be caught by Pickens. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Eluding the pressure right. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 15. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now, this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll set up to throw.
Sup call plays. Drop a like, thumbs up, and subscribe for fire content of call plays. How is your day going so far? Call plays. Rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing. My boy True is going crazy.
They say a sack as a result of everyone on offense not doing their job. But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
A great return there of 22 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. This is 1st and 10. Now Dak. Under pressure, and down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Here's Dak. Steps away to his left. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard. Prescott. He's got Pickens complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Here's Prescott. Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 timeouts remaining, but time is of the essence. Down 2 scores. It's 1st and 10.
What's up?
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll run. This is blue. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. 2nd down, goal to go. To throw, Prescott. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Sup call plays. Drop a like, thumbs up, and subscribe for fire content of call plays. How is your day going so far? Call plays. Rolling on the floor laughing, rolling on the floor laughing. My boy True is going crazy.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York.
Cole GGS brother.
And the Jaws often suck.
We can talk if you want to.
I'll see anybody right now.